Hey, beautiful people, how are you doing today? Welcome back to the Young Black and Independent Show, where we discuss a variety of topics to help young black folks live a spiritually fulfilled, healthier, less materialistic, and financially independent lives. I'm your host, Sil, and today we shall be talking about what you're thinking about right now. Yeah, let's have that conversation. We need to talk about it. It's absolutely crucial for you to understand that people do what they make up their own minds to do, okay? Whatever it is that you make up your mind to do, that's what you're going to do. Personally, every time I've made up my mind to do something, I have done it, okay? Um, uh, and it's important for us to understand that if you want to become independent, you have to think about it, okay? You have to be intentional about it. You have to make up your mind and do the things that you have to do. Until you think about it, you will not do it. That's the human anatomy. Until you think about something, you will not execute it. If you don't think about eating, you most likely will not eat. If you don't think about sleeping, you most likely will not sleep. If you don't think about studying, you most likely will not study. If you don't think about working, you most likely will not look for work. It's very important for us to understand all these different avenues and the power of our thought process, okay? So today, I really want us to have a conversation about your thoughts, okay? I don't know how old you are, but I want you to ask yourself, what are you thinking, about your life, where you are right now? Are you happy with the way your life is? Are you happy with your results? Are you happy with your job? Are you happy with your physical appearance? Are you happy with your spiritual life? Are you happy with the things that you have, where you live, the friends you have? Are you happy with these things? I want you to think deeply, and perhaps write down your thoughts. It's important so that when you write them down, they don't remain a thought. When you write them down, they become a reality because you can now read them, and you can read them aloud and hear them, or you can ask someone else to read it to you so that it sinks deep into your brain, and you understand that, oh my God, these are the things I'm thinking about. Are you a positive thinker, or are you a negative thinker? Are you optimistic, or are you pessimistic? It's very important to know where you are, because a lot of times we spend our time thinking about negative things and expecting positive things. It doesn't work like that. I don't know if you've heard about the law of attraction. It's not a joke. It's not a joke. It's like faith, It's like faith. Believing in things that you do not see and expecting them to happen to you and expecting them to come to you. It's like faith. It's the same thing with your thoughts. Everything that you think about is what you will do. And everything that you do not think about, you most likely will not do them. Okay? Except that someone has taken you captive at gunpoint, then force you to do stuff that you did not ponder. But it's very important for you to determine what it is that you're thinking about. Okay? A lot of times we want to be healthy. We want to be wealthy. We want to have this and that. We want to have this particular car and stuff like that. That's why the notion or the theory of the vision board has become very popular, because you tend to draw or cut out from a magazine the photo of a house that you would like, the photo of a car that you would like, that you try to imagine, you try to fix your imagination on those things. I'll teach you how to do a vision board for those who are attending the first coaching session. I'll teach you how to do a vision board which is realistic and actionable, not the ones that make you dream but are so far-fetched, okay? So I wanted us to talk about, the way rich people think, how is it that they think? So I read a book and I thought it was fascinating. And in that book, there was this guy who was a laborer, okay? He was working for the rich people in that city, and he was very he didn't like his life. He just one day stopped and started thinking for the first time after so many years and aging in that profession. He just started thinking, why am I laboring every day? Why am I the one repairing this rich guy's car all the time? Why can't I have a car of my own? And because he started thinking about it intentionally, something shifted in him. Okay, something shifted, and he went to the rich guy and he asked him, how is it that you're so rich and I'm so broke? And the guy said to him, I want you to repair my car throughout the night because I need it for tomorrow morning. When I come back and you've repaired it, I'll tell you how to become rich. I'll teach you one thing, how to become rich. And the guy was like, oh my God, I can't wait. And he spent all night, again, the attitude, he was anxious to hear what this rich guy had to say, and he did not fall asleep. He did not even think about sleep, and so he never slept. The only thing that he thought about was this fantastic idea or the fantastic lesson that he was about to receive from this rich guy who was going to tell him how to change his life. And so he did everything within his power to make sure that the car was up and running before dawn. And when the rich guy came, he said to him, you have kept your word and I shall keep my word. I'll tell you something. I want you to shift your thought process. You've started already, but you have to make major changes to how you think. Okay? Generally, when we are broke, it's difficult to come out of that without changing our perspective of life and how we see money. We have to build a relationship with money. Okay? Money is supposed to become your friend. Money is not evil. Without money, you can't go to hospital. So let's just talk about some of these alibis that are all over the place. Money is the root of evil. Rich people are this and that. There's nothing wrong with money. Money is money is a super essential thing. Without money, you can't go to school, at least to school where you have to pay. Without money, you can't go to hospital, at least in countries where you have to pay. Without money, how do you feed? How do you buy food? How do you, give your kids the things that they so long for, the ice cream, playground, dates, I don't know, McDonald's, all the chicken, all these things. You need them. Those things make the family unit solid. So it's very important for us to, just get that out of the way. So money is not evil, okay? There's nothing evil about having money. And this guy started to teach him how to become rich. He said to him that once you've shifted your thought process and developed a money blueprint, a mindset that will propel you into making money, then you will start to see money. So consider money as a tree. Okay, how do you get a tree, a massive Iroko tree, where you can come and, or the leaves can dry off and fall down and you pick that up as money? Imagine, how do you get that? So this guy said to him that I want you to start thinking about the way you spend your money. And he asked him, how much do you make every month? And he said, I make $100. He said, out of the $100, how much do you save? He said, nothing. And the guy was like, why? He said, well, I have all these things and all these people to take care of and everything. I have to buy new cloth. I have to buy a new shoe. I have to buy a new this and that. And the guy said to him, and now how do you expect to get rich? So every time that you have to work for your money and spend it on other people, you're paying other people, okay? When you go to the market to buy to the store to buy a new pair of shoe, a new pair of a new handbag, and stuff like that, You are paying everyone else except yourself. And let me just put it out there. Just because something is on sale doesn't mean you can afford it. The first thing you have to do is to make sure that you pay yourself first. And paying yourself first means saving, putting aside. Once you get that $100, first thing you put aside $10. Before you even blink, you put aside $10. Make it an intentional thing to do. No matter what is happening, put aside the $10. If you're earning 50,000 CFA, the moment you get your salary, you put aside 5,000 CFA of that money immediately. Don't listen to anything or anyone. There will always be situations that will demand you to spend money. But once you put it aside and you start to save it, then you will be able to save enough money to start that fantastic business that you're thinking about, to buy that beautiful car that you wish to buy. But hey, don't buy a car yet. What I want to tell you today is that to dream anything that you want to dream, that's the beauty of the human mind. To do anything that you want to do, that's the strength of your will as a human being. To trust yourself and to test your limits, that is the courage that is required for you to succeed. You have to trust yourself. You have to test your limits. If you stay in your comfort zone, nothing is going to change. If you do nothing, you get nothing. You get nothing. When you do nothing, you get nothing, okay? If you want to change something, you want to have something, you have to change something. Something new, you have to change something old, okay? All right? So you have to start to think about what you're thinking about. Sometimes when a pilot's taking off, I've traveled quite a few times and I always ponder why they're wasting so much time. I wonder why he's, wasting so much time for the plane to take off. And I came to realize that actually the pilot is going through a checklist. He's just checking everything and making sure that everything is, all the buttons are working and, everything is up and running for a safe flight. So what you have to do is to write down what you think about as well. Write it down. Put it up the wall. Write down what it is that you want to become. Write just one goal that you want to achieve. I would say break it down into categories. Maybe I'm going too deep into the conversation, but it's very important for you to be mindful of what you're thinking about. You have to make it an intentional process. Think about what you're thinking. Discipline your thoughts. Stop thinking when you're traveling in a car. Don't think, oh, this car is going to have a crash and I'm going to die. If you're facing difficulties, don't say, oh my God, I'm just going to end up, like nothing. Stop. Start thinking and imagining yourself in that big car, in that amazing glass house, in that beautiful green garden, in that amazing holiday resort. Start thinking about these things. When you start thinking about them, then you will start shifting towards the action points of how to get these things, how to buy that car, how to build that house, how to go on that holiday. It's very important. For me, my thought process has really paid off. I think I've told you this story before, but let me just say it for those who haven't heard it. So, when my daddy died, I was only 16. I went to school and I was not such a good accounting student, but I knew that my daddy wanted me to do accounting and I wanted to honor his memory. I was very bad at accounting. But when I went back to opposite, I had to write my GCE A levels. I started to ponder what my dad would have done if he were alive, because he died